Hey, Leo family, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here again today. Before we dive deep, let me remind you, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. This way, you'll never miss our talks about what's truly going on in life, in love, in money, and in the hidden corners of your heart. This is not just about stars or signs, it's about you, your choices, your emotions, and how everything around you shapes your day. Think of this as a daily ritual where we strip away the noise and face the truth together. So, let's begin. Leo, today carries a strange weight, one that isn't necessarily cosmic or magical, but very human. You might have already felt it this morning. The lingering thought of someone's words, or maybe the silence of someone who should have spoken but didn't. Love and relationships are on your mind, but not in the dreamy fairy tale sense. It's more raw, more real. There's a sense that someone close to you isn't being fully transparent. Maybe it's a partner who seems distant, or a friend who avoids your eyes when they talk. Deep down you're wondering, what are they hiding? This day has the energy of confrontation, but not necessarily with shouting or anger. Instead, it's like the quiet awareness when you finally realize something has been off for a while. You, Leo, are ruled by the sun. You see light even in the darkest places. Today, that light exposes shadows in your relationships. Maybe it's a small lie, maybe it's something bigger. You'll need to decide whether to let it pass or to address. Directly, financially, there's a tug of war inside you. You want to enjoy life, spend a little on pleasure, maybe treat yourself. But at the same time, there's this pressure building about responsibilities, bills, or promises you've made. It feels like you're standing at a crossroads. Should you take the practical path, or allow yourself a moment of indulgence? The truth is, neither is wrong, but balance is everything. Too much giving into desire might leave you anxious tomorrow, while being overly strict with yourself might drain your joy. Psychologically, this day is testing your resilience. Someone might challenge your words, question your motives, or even make you doubt yourself. The danger here isn't what they say, it's whether you allow it to plant seeds of insecurity in your mind. Leo, you're proud and strong, but you also crave validation more than you admit. Today, that craving might be tested. Are you doing things for yourself or to be seen and admired by others? As evening approaches, emotions might intensify. There could be a text you weren't expecting, a conversation that reopens old wounds, or even a silence that screams louder than words. Don't ignore your intuition. It's sharper than usual right now. If something feels off, it probably is. And if someone suddenly reappears in your life, claiming to have changed, you'll have to decide whether to believe them or to recognize the cycle for what it is. But here's the twist, Leo. Not all of this energy is negative. Within the tension, there's an opportunity for clarity. Sometimes betrayal teaches us what loyalty truly means. Sometimes financial stress teaches us how strong and resourceful we can be. Sometimes doubt teaches us where we've been giving our power away. Today, if you face the discomfort instead of avoiding it, you'll come out stronger, not just on the outside, but inside, where it matters most. And yet, something about this day feels unfinished, like there's more waiting just beyond the horizon. Maybe it's a secret about to surface, maybe it's a decision you haven't made yet. The question is, will you be the one to take control of it, or will you let it unfold without your hand in it? That choice, Leo, is entirely yours, yesterday's. Tension hasn't faded, has it? You woke up today and for a moment thought things might feel lighter? But no, there's that same weight pressing on your chest, that same silence hanging between you and the people closest to you. It's almost as if the world is daring you to open your eyes wider, to stop pretending that everything is fine. Someone near you, maybe a partner, maybe a friend, has a secret. Not the kind that destroys everything in an instant, but the kind that eats away slowly, like rust on metal. You can feel it in the way they pause before answering your questions, the way they change the subject when you get too close. And you, Leo, you're tired of guessing. You want the truth, even if it hurts. Because what you cannot stand is living in a story that isn't real. But the truth has its price. If you dig deep enough, you'll have to decide what to do with what you find. Do you confront them? Do you let it go, pretending you didn't notice? Or do you take the harder road, walking away before the lie destroys you completely? The decision hasn't been made yet. That's why you feel caught between strength and fear. Financially, things look complicated. You might receive unexpected news today, maybe about money owed, an opportunity that sounds too good to be true, or even a reminder of past mistakes. You want stability, you crave it, but the world keeps throwing uncertainty at you. And deep down you know this. Security doesn't come from money alone. It comes from knowing who you can trust. And right now, you're not sure if you can even trust yourself. There's also a strange pull in your heart today, a longing for something more. Maybe you've been replaying old memories, moments when love felt pure, when promises felt unbreakable. You wonder where that innocence went, and if it's possible to feel that way again. Or maybe you've been tempted by someone new, someone who stirs feelings in you that you thought were buried. But is it real, or is it just a distraction from the pain you haven't healed? Psychologically, you're exhausted. You've been carrying questions that don't have answers yet, and it's draining you. You smile when people expect you to, you nod along when they talk, but inside your mind, the storm rages. You replay words, looks, silences. You analyze every detail, hoping to catch the truth hiding between the lines. And the worst part? Sometimes you don't know if the problem is them, or if it's you, doubting too much. As the day unfolds, expect a moment that makes you stop cold. It might be a slip of the tongue, a name mentioned that shouldn't be, or even just a glance exchanged between two people when they think you're not watching. Small details, but powerful enough to shake your trust. And once you notice, you can't unsee it. That's the curse of awareness. Your emotions today are sharp. Anger comes quickly, sadness even quicker. One moment you want to scream, the next you want to disappear. And yet, through all of this, there's a quiet strength in you. You're not broken, you're awakening. Every lie, every disappointment, every betrayal has been shaping you into someone who sees deeper than most. That's why people both admire you and fear you. You can see through masks even when you don't want to. Love, though, is where the hardest choices lie. If you're with someone, you'll feel the gap between what they say and what you feel. If you're alone, you'll feel the ache of loneliness sharper than usual. Either way, the question rises, are you settling for less than you deserve? Because, Leo, you deserve fire, loyalty, passion, not half-truths and broken promises. And just when you think the day might finally give you peace, something unexpected arrives. A message, a call, a confession. It may come directly, or it may come through whispers from others. But it will carry weight and it will demand a reaction. You won't be able to ignore it. The only question is, are you ready to hear it? The night won't bring rest. It will bring choices. Maybe you'll lie awake, staring at the ceiling, debating what to say. Maybe you'll scroll through old conversations, searching for proof. Or maybe, just maybe, you'll take a deep breath and realize the answer has been inside you all along. Because the truth isn't what they say, it's what you already feel. But here's the hardest part. Tomorrow may change everything. The lie might finally come out. The betrayal might finally be revealed. Or perhaps the person you doubt will surprise you with honesty you didn't expect. Either way, Leo, the story is not finished. You're standing at the edge of revelation. And once it comes, nothing will ever be the same. So as you fall asleep tonight, remember, the silence isn't empty. It's full of things you haven't yet discovered. And tomorrow, well, tomorrow could break your heart or set you free. The story doesn't end where we left off. In fact, it's only getting heavier. You thought clarity would come with time, but instead, every passing day is wrapping you deeper in confusion. The people around you, family, friends, lovers, they all seem familiar, and yet, lately, you've been asking yourself, do I really know them? Or have they been showing you only the parts they wanted you to see? Today brings a test, small but piercing. Someone's words will cut deeper than intended, or maybe intended more than you want to admit. It won't be an open fight, not yet. But it will leave you questioning. Was that a mistake, or was it the truth slipping out? You'll smile, you'll nod, maybe you'll even laugh it off, but deep inside, the echo of those words will replay. Again and again. Money, too, weighs on your shoulders. You may have felt hopeful that things were finally balancing out, but reality hits harder. An unexpected expense, a forgotten debt, or simply the fear of not having enough. It's circling in your mind. You want security, but part of you knows it's not only about numbers in a bank account. It's about feeling safe, knowing you won't be abandoned when times get hard. And right now, you're not sure who would stand by you if everything fell. Apart, love remains the battlefield. If you're in a relationship, your trust is trembling. The distance between you and your partner is no longer measured in words, but in silences, in looks, in the way they reach for their phone instead of your hand. If you're single, you might be drawn to someone who feels exciting, magnetic, but you can't tell if they're genuine or just another temporary distraction. Your heart wants to believe, but your intuition whispers warnings. Psychologically, you're caught between strength and exhaustion. People see you as someone who can handle everything, but they don't see the nights you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, trying to make sense of it all. They don't see how heavy it feels to pretend everything's fine, when inside, you're breaking into 1,000 unspoken questions. And yet, Leo, there's something powerful about you right now. You've been tested before. You've been lied. 2, you've been betrayed, and every scar you carry has given you a sharper eye. You can feel the energy shifting. You can sense that something is about to surface, something you were never meant to see, but will. Maybe it's a message you stumble upon accidentally, maybe it's a story that doesn't add up, or maybe it's a confession that someone finally breaks down and shares. Whatever it is, it will confirm what your gut has been screaming all along. Things are not as they seem. But here's the twist. You won't know how deep the deception goes. Is it just a small secret, a fear they were too scared to share? Or is it something bigger, something that could tear apart everything you've built? That part remains hidden, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. And as the day turns into night, the tension doesn't ease. In fact, it grows heavier. Every silence feels loaded, every word feels measured, and you can't shake the feeling that tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, something is going to happen that forces the truth into the light. The only question is, when it comes, will you be ready to face it? For days now, you've been circling around the same questions, the same doubts, the same heavy silence that follows every half-spoken truth. And then it happens. So suddenly, you almost don't believe it. The message you weren't supposed to see. The words not meant for your eyes. The slip of the tongue that finally strips away the mask. It's all there, right in front of you. Clear, inevitable. And there's no way to pretend you didn't hear it, didn't read it, didn't feel it. The betrayal is sharp, not because you didn't expect it, but because some part of you still hoped you were wrong. Love, trust, friendship, it all fractures in one moment. You realize that the person you thought you knew has been carrying shadows behind their back, and those shadows were growing long while you were busy convincing yourself the light was enough. At first, you're angry. You want to scream, to demand explanations, to make them feel the weight of every restless night you endured, every doubt you swallowed in silence. But then, anger shifts into something else. Clarity. A strange, piercing clarity that strips away all illusions. For the first time, you see them for who they are. Not the version they sold you, not the story you wanted to believe, but the raw, unfiltered truth. And in that moment, Leo, you understand something powerful. It's not about them anymore. It never really was. It's about you, your strength, your boundaries, your courage to walk away from what no longer serves you. Money worries, daily struggles, insecurities, they all blur into the background. Because now, you know the real challenge was never external. It was always inside, choosing whether to hold on to something that drains you or to finally let go and reclaim your own fire. The night feels colder, but your chest feels lighter. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it leaves scars. But in the silence after the storm, you realize you survived. And more than that, you grew. They thought the truth would break you. Instead, it rebuilt you. So here you are, standing at the edge of a new chapter. Alone, maybe, but no longer afraid. And what lies ahead isn't clear, and maybe that's the beauty of it. You're not meant to know every detail. You're meant to step forward with trust in yourself, knowing that the universe has a way of rewarding those who finally choose honesty, especially with themselves. This is where the story ends, but not where your journey ends. For tomorrow, new choices will rise, new faces will appear, and new tests will arrive. But you, stronger, sharper, freer, will meet them head on. And when you look back on this day, you'll realize it wasn't the ending of something precious.